Hey, 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 welcome everybody. We are finally here, day one of our week-long event on emotional wellness. I'm so excited to be here, to be sharing with you some information and some inspiration and launching our kickoff of this wonderful week-long event where we'll be having giveaways 2 times a day, 2 different posts. So be sure to check back into our page and be sure to comment every day to enter a chance to win our grand prize giveaway, which is a wonderful emotional essential oil kit. So here we go. I'm Darla Melmans, and I'll be one of your hosts during this event. And I'll be sharing with you a little bit about my personal experience using essential oils since 2013, and also talking with you a little bit about how they affect the brain and our emotions. My background is in mental health and addiction behavior medicine, and I started to pursue mind-body healing modalities because I was looking for a way of really supporting people naturally without using psychotropic medications or pharmaceuticals. So I got a certification in nutrition because I found that you couldn't separate good nutrition and gut health from good brain function. And I also got certified in neurofeedback, which is a way of helping the brain to learn how to self-regulate so that people can sleep when they want to sleep, be alert when they want to be alert, calm down when they need to calm down. And essential oils has been an integral part of my practice because it's one of the quickest ways to get people support in both their cognitive and emotional function. I'm going to provide a little bit of a background on essential oils today since it's our very first post of the week, and today's post might be a little bit long, but I'm going to go through what are essential oils, how can I use them, why do I want to choose doTERRA over other companies and other products that are available on the market, how do essential oils affect our emotions, and then today I'm going to be talking about Serenity because I have had a personal powerful experience with Serenity time and time again. It's my go-to oil. And then I'll share with you how to win a bottle of it today and also share with you how to win our grand prize at the end of our week-long event. For some of you, this may be a review, and for others, this may be new information. But what are essential oils? Essential oils are naturally occurring aromatic compounds that are found in the seeds, the flowers, the bark, the stems, the roots, and other parts of plants. They are what give plants their distinctive smell, and they help to protect plants while also playing a role in pollination. You can see the oil sac to the right here. This is a lavender plant. And each oil sac contains the essential oil, which is made up of complex compounds that possess different chemical properties, which help to determine both the oil's aroma and also the benefits that the oil will offer. Each essential oil possesses a unique set of biochemical properties that will react with the cells and organs in our bodies in different ways, which is what allows for a wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. Because essential oils have low molecular weights, they are lipid soluble, which means that they can easily penetrate the skin and can be absorbed and stay in the body and be transported throughout the body to affect different organs and different systems, including our brain. I'll be talking a little bit more about this when we're talking about applications. Essential oils can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically is one of the most powerful ways of using essential oils because they are so fragrant and we'll be talking in the next slide about how they directly impact the limbic system in our brain, which has a strong effect on our emotions and behaviors. Some ways to use it aromatically: you can put it in a diffuser, but you don't need a fancy device. You can just put it on your skin and you become a natural diffuser. You can put a couple drops in your hand and cup your hands over your nose and mouth and breathe in deeply. You can apply on a cotton ball and put it in your vent in your car. You can mix it in a spray bottle and mist over furniture. You can add it to your laundry or to a dryer ball also, and then you'll get the benefit of it aromatically. Topically is also a very effective way. I just mentioned in the last slide that because the oils are lipid soluble, they'll easily be penetrated in through the skin and absorbed and enter into the bloodstream, and they'll have a localized benefit. Things to remember when applying topically is that sometimes skin can be sensitive, so you may want to dilute with a carrier or oil such as fractionated coconut oil, or even olive oil will work. Especially if you're using the oil for the first time, you might want to try just a small area. And remember, for kids, you want to dilute for sure 1 drop with 3 to 5 drops of a carrier oil. And the recommendation is to start with small doses. These are very powerful oils. 1 drop, here's an example, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to about 28 cups of tea. So smaller doses is enough. So a typical topical dose could be 1 to 2 drops mixed with a carrier oil applied to the area that you're considering, and you can repeat that every few hours. So some ideas for where to apply topically: you can apply it to the neck, to the forehead and temples, to the chest or the abdomen, to the arms, the legs, the bottoms of the feet. Specifically for emotional things, I like to think about applying something over my heart, because that's where it will help be the most calming, can actually calm my pulse, help provide some soothing. You can apply it to the inside of your arm, from your wrist, from the pulse points all the way up to the crease of your elbow. This is the pericardium meridian, which will also affect our heart and our emotions. You can apply to the back of the neck for calming. You can apply to the temples or the top of the head if you're wanting help and support with focus. You can also apply to the third eye if you're wanting more spiritual opening. You can apply to the bottom of the feet if you're looking for more grounding or anchoring, or the backs of the knees is good for the same reason. I also like to apply to my tailbone if I'm looking to help me be committed or rooted, and to have some ease in moving forward. Internally, essential oils, when they're ingested, they'll go directly into the bloodstream via the GI tract, and they'll be transported throughout the body. And a lot of times people hesitate with using these internally, but things to remember are, we've used these molecules in a different form for years. We've used them in the form of dried herbs and spices. We've added basil to our spaghetti or cinnamon to our oatmeal. But remember, again, the essential oils are much more potent than the dry herbs. So, 1 drop goes a long way. There are so many essential oil companies now on the market. So why do we want to choose doTERRA? There are many reasons, but I've just listed 2 of them here, which are 2 of the main reasons why I choose doTERRA. The number 1 reason is that they have one of the most strict and thorough testing processes in the industry. They have created their own process called CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It involves using third-party resources for a series of tests, and then they also continue the testing once they actually bring the oil into their company. And all of these tests really ensure that there's no fillers, no pesticides, nothing synthetic, nothing in there that's going to really interfere with the quality of these oils. So you're making sure that you've got the purest, most potent compound available. And in fact, they launched a new website. I'll talk about that in a minute down below with the co-impact sourcing. But on that same website, you can actually take the number that's on the bottom of your bottle of oil and you can enter that in, and you can look at the chemical composition of that particular batch of oils. So pretty remarkable standards, and a really great reason why you want to stick with doTERRA, because you know you're getting the best product on the market and the safest product, especially when we're using it internally and especially when we're using it with our loved ones. Second reason why I choose doTERRA: their ethics are incredible. Their service to the world is incredible. They have this initiative called Co-Impact Sourcing, which I hope you all visit this website, Source to You, or you visit the doTERRA.com and look at their Co-Impact Sourcing video. I am moved to tears every time I watch this. This company just really believes in supporting the world and helping to change communities. And they have developed these partnerships with suppliers and with growers and distillers. And they basically, you know, want to make sure that there's nothing compromised in terms of the planting process and the growing process and how these oils are harvested, because they pick the exact time when the quality of the oil is going to be the best. And regardless of weather conditions or whatnot, if they need to make some changes, if they need to let go of a crop for a season because the quality isn't good, they still make sure that the farmers, the people who are doing the work, are getting paid. So they currently source over 100 different essential oils from 40 different nations. Many of those nations are developing nations, and you watch these videos and you'll see that they're really changing people's lives. They're offering jobs, they're creating schools, they're building clean water supply sources. They're just doing remarkable service throughout the world. So check it out. So how do these powerful, pure, potent compounds actually affect our emotions? So we talked about using these aromatically as being one of the most powerful ways to have the essential oils affect our emotional well-being. So basically what happens when we breathe in, we have smell cells that line our nasal passage, and those cells will actually transport a signal to our limbic brain. The limbic brain really is the seat of our emotional center, and it's partly responsible for that fight or flight response, that survival response, also our emotional reactions to things, our hormonal secretions, our motivation levels, our pain reflex, and also our mood fluctuations. So when we breathe in to our nasal cavity, there's a receptor neuron that then transports that message to the limbic brain. So it's in the limbic brain that our heart rate and our blood pressure are regulated, our physical sensations are controlled, and depending on the property of the oils, we will send a different message to the body. So if the limbic brain receives input that's coming from the aroma of an oil that has properties that are calming and soothing, then the limbic brain will create neurotransmitters and neurochemicals that will be sent throughout the body and send a signal to relax and calm down. And same goes if we breathe in an essential oil that has stimulating properties, like something from the mint family, then the limbic system will send a message to energize the body and become more active. One of the ways I like to think about how essential oils affect our emotions is to think about the different classifications of oils, which is based on their chemical constituency. For example, the florals, which are like the lavender flower, the Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, jasmine, and rose. Those all have calming properties, primarily because they're actually helping to regulate our serotonin levels. Serotonin is the main neurotransmitter that's responsible for uplifting our mood. It also helps us drop into deep sleep, helps us feel connected to other people and experience joy in life. Then we've got the classification of trees, which, if we think about trees, they're solid, they're strong, they're grounded, they're rooted. So the oils are like arbor vitae, sandalwood, cypress, cedar wood. I know there's more tree oils that doTERRA makes, but those are the main ones that I'm thinking of right now. So those are going to be really grounding. They're going to help us feel safe and strong. The herbs and the grasses, I think of like vetiver, lemongrass. We've got marjoram in there, clary sage. Those are going to help us feel soothed. They're going to help us have feelings of feeling refreshed or renewed. And again, these are going to be affecting our neurotransmitters in a way that they're going to be supporting serotonin, supporting the catecholamines, which primarily is dopamine, which is our kind of pleasure neurotransmitter. And then we've got the mints and the citrus oils. So we've got peppermint and spearmint, and actually a lot of what you might consider to be herbs actually would be classified in the mint family as well. But mints are considered to be energizing and uplifting, but they also can really help soothe things. I use peppermint a lot for people who experience anxiety. It's just a really rapid way of helping them kind of come back to the present moment. Citrus oils also have a lot of antidepressant qualities to them. They help to stimulate serotonin and the catecholamines as well. And our spice essential oils, cardamom, cinnamon, wonderful oils for culinary purposes, but also are really great for kind of soothing tired muscles, or adding a little bit of spice to your life in terms of passion and motivation. Here we are, finally at today's featured oil, the Serenity Restful Blend. I've mentioned a few times already that this is my favorite oil and that I use it for several different reasons. How many of you remember the Seinfeld episode of Serenity Now? I remember seeing that years ago, and I always think of it whenever I'm using this particular oil, or I think about, Calgon, take me away type of a moment. So Serenity is a great oil blend to use if you're needing to find more grace and ease in whatever situation you're in. So it helps to promote relaxation, reduces your feelings of stress and tension, and that's not just mental, emotional stress, but also physical stress and tension. So it's great for muscles, great on the back of necks and shoulders. I use it often after I've exercised and my muscles are achy and I have trouble relaxing them just to go to sleep. I love to put it in a bath before bedtime. And also, with the addition of some of the new ingredients, they just improved this blend this year at the convention in the fall. They released the Restful Blend. It used to be called the Calming Blend. The Restful Blend has a couple of new additions that are more grounding, particularly the cedar wood, the hoe wood, the sandalwood, and vetiver are the new ingredients that have been added. And I find those particularly helpful in quieting the mind and just really helping me settle in at the end of a day, especially if you combine it with the Restful Complex Soft Gels. It makes for a really great night's sleep and feeling rested and rejuvenated in the morning. So Serenity was my oil all through being pregnant, and also when my water broke almost 2 months early. Would have been a great time to panic, but fortunately both my partner and I had our oils packed and went to the hospital, and all the nurses and doctors and anesthesiologists would come in and say, wow, it smells so great in here. And the nurse even commented when I was going in for my C-section, which was not what I had planned, how calm I was. And I also found that this helped with pain. I was able to experience some pretty intense contractions without a lot of pain, and was also able to handle the pain of getting a spinal injection. I actually didn't even really notice the pain. So it's a great oil. It's my favorite. I hope y'all can check it out. Here's how you can win a bottle of this wonderful oil. So in the comment section below, I'd love to hear from you. Share a personal story of how you've benefited from this particular blend, or how you use it to support your peace of mind or your grace and ease in difficult situations. If you've never used this oil, just share your top reason why you might need serenity now, or your Calgon take me away moment. Thanks for sharing, and don't forget to visit us every single day, twice a day, so that you have an opportunity to win our grand prize at the end of the week, which is an emotional aromatherapy kit that includes a 6-pack of rollers that you'll be hearing more about later on. And it's really a wonderful, wonderful gift. So thanks, everybody, and I will be seeing you soon.